The Noble Mahāyāna Sūtra, The Seven Buddhas. Homage to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Thus did I hear at one time. The Blessed One was dwelling on the summit of Kailasha, in the abode of the gods, close to where the sages live. He was accompanied by a great monastic saṅghā of around 500 monks and 500 bodhisattvas, including the bodhisattva great being Maitreya, the bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, Samantabhadra, Infinite Flowers, Samantakusuma, and others, all of whom were bodhisattvas who were just one birth away from awakening. The Blessed One saw that a monk in that alpine forest had been possessed by a spirit, had collapsed, and was lying there naked and wailing with his arms raised up. The bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha draped his upper robe over one shoulder, knelt on his right knee, bowed to the Blessed One with his hands joined, and addressed him. Blessed One, what is this great lamenting that fills the sky, and who is this naked monk raising his arms in distress? The Blessed One told the bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, Akashagarbha, this monk is ill. He has contracted an illness. The bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha then asked the Blessed One, will the Blessed One please teach a vidyāmantra that can pacify all manner of diseases and exorcise all manner of spirits? The Blessed One emanated the 7 Buddhas. 6 Tathāgatas appeared in the sky, with the 7th being the Blessed One himself, the Tathāgata Śākyamuni. The Tathāgata Vipassin hovered in the sky above them and spoke these root verses of the secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, pacify all manner of illnesses, and exorcise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, tadyathā om hala hala, hili hilaya, namo jaga, namaḥ naya, namo nama svaha. The Tathāgata Vipassin addressed the bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, saying, Akashagarbha, whoever bears this vidyāmantra in mind, recites it or masters it, will not be slain by a weapon, nor will they die from drowning, fire, or a painful illness. They will not suffer an unnatural death. Even poison they have eaten will become like food. If you recite the vidyāmantra 7 times over your food and drink before consuming it, no one else can harm you, you will not contract any illnesses, and you will live for a long time, understand what you have studied, and have a vision of the 7 Tathāgatas. Recite this vidyāmantra in the ear of someone who has been wounded with a weapon, and anoint them with jasmine oil incanted with the vidyāmantra. If you anoint those who are afflicted with diseases such as leprosy or tumors with incanted oil that contains a mixture of jasmine, blue lotus, dill, and wild asparagus, they will recover from all their illnesses. This mantra can be used for all rites. Then the Tathāgata Śākyamuni hovered in the sky above them and spoke these root verses of the secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, pacify all manner of illnesses, and exorcise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, om pacha pacha pachaya pachaya, sava bhutanam chindaya, kilaya paravidyanam svaha. Akashagarbha, I and millions of Buddhas have taught this secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, to completely pacify all manner of illnesses, to ward off spirits that harm one's meditation and cause nightmares, and to prevent untimely death. Now you must uphold it. Akashagarbha, if someone focuses on my heart mantra 3 times a day, they will not be harmed by others, they will meet the Tathāgata in their dreams, and they will not suffer a horrible death. When they die, they will meet with the Tathāgatas and serve them. You can also use the right to bind the patient with a protection cord against all manner of illnesses. In cases where an illness is the result of a humoral imbalance, you can incant jasmine oil with the mantra and give it to the patient. You can perform the rite of sealing off the directions with water incantated with the mantra, and you can use an incanted cord to protect yourself. You can tie a blue protection cord incanted with the mantra on a child to guard against seizures that possess children. You can whisper the mantra 7 times in the ear of someone who has been struck down with a weapon, and you can use it to control others with your mind. Then the Tathāgata Vishvabhu hovered in the sky above them and spoke these root verses of the secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, pacify all manner of illnesses, and exorcise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, om cala kili kulu, kulotsadanam curu, sava grahanam svaha. Akashagarbha, these root verses of the secret mantra are taught by all the past, future, and present Tathāgatas of the fortunate eon, and now I have spoken them as well. Akashagarbha, you must uphold these root verses of the secret mantra. If someone bears in mind, recites, or masters them, they will not be harmed by a weapon, affected by poison, or affected by poisonous brews, nor will they become infected with plague. They will not drown, die of unnatural causes, or die from a weak constitution, unless these are karmic obscurations that result from a previous lifetime. Any monk, nun, or layperson who rises in the morning, washes their head, and recites this secret mantra 108 times before an image of the Tathāgata will be able to purify all their karmic obscurations. Once the Dharani has been spoken to any hostile beings or kings, you will have power over all of them. You will master all fears. Wearing a white protection cord incanted with the mantra will guard against all manner of quarrelsome men and women, as well as any argument or dispute. An incanted protection cord made with fiber from a date tree can be used against diseases of the eye and hung on one's ear. To paralyze an army, perform a fire offering 108 times with incanted popped rice that has been soaked in yogurt and honey while reciting the following mantra each time. Rajanam, Rajamatram, Vavashi Karotu Kamena. To purify all your own and all beings' obscurations and misdeeds, and to obtain great prosperity and wealth, recite the Dharani while offering sesame seeds 1,000 times into a fire altar that has been kindled with date palm branches. To purify all your misdeeds, master all vidyāmantras, or to ritually cleanse yourself, you should wash with dill, spikenard, foxtail millet, cerisa, valerian, saffron, nutgrass, bitter gourd, bodhi tree, and mango flowers. Next, fast for an entire day in front of a Buddha image, and then place these ingredients in a fresh vase. On the full moon, bathe in front of an image of the Buddha while reciting the heart mantra 1,008 times. To neutralize poison, sit before an image of the Buddha and use a ladle made of teak to offer cow dung onto a ritual fire while reciting the victim's name 108 times. The poison will then be neutralized. This mantra protects one from seizures and works for any rite associated with the spirits and the like. It will pacify them. Then the blessed Tathāgata Krakuchanda hovered in the sky above them and spoke the following root verses of the secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, pacify all manner of illnesses, and exercise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, nama krakuchandaya tathāgataya, ahate samyak sambuddhaya, om kata kata, kata kata, kiti kiti, kiti kiti, kitapaya nama svaha. Akashagarbha, this has been taught by Tathāgata, Arhat, perfect complete Buddhas, bearing the name Krakuchanda, in numbers equal to the grains of sand in the Ganges River. And now you must maintain this joyous root mantra. If this is received, borne in mind, and mastered, then in the future, when monks, nuns, and lay people gain faith in the three jewels, perform the bathing rite, and make offerings of flowers, incense, and perfume to the Buddha, while reciting this sacred mantra 108 times, they will be able to recall their past lives for 7 lifetimes. They will become the greatest among gods or wheel-turning kings among humans. If they perform this rite correctly, this will be their final human birth. After they die, they will be born in Sukhavati. If they constantly recite the mantra, they will be free from all manner of illnesses in this lifetime and understand what they study. If they recite the mantra 7 times over their food and drink and then consume it, they will be cured of any illness. Or if they wish to quench their thirst, they should wash their food while reciting the mantra 1008 times. A copper needle incanted with the mantra can be used to remove a tumor. If recited 7 times, the mantra will free you from all manner of quarrels, disputes, and bondage. Your wealth will also continually increase, and you will be free from all manner of obstructing beings and corrupting beings. Or if you wish to have a vision of the Tathāgata, draw a mandala on a clean spot in the vicinity of a stupa, fumigate it with aloes wood, recite the mantra 1008 times, and then lie on a cushion in front of the mandala's eastern side. When you fall asleep, you will have a vision of the Tathāgata. He will teach you whatever you ask, and can tell you anything you wish, such as your lifespan, your strength, and whether you will be defeated or victorious in battle. Then the Tathāgata Śākyamuni hovered in the sky above them and spoke these root verses of the secret mantra to benefit all beings, pacify all manner of illnesses, and exercise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, namo saṅghāya, nama kanakamunaye, tathāgataya arhate samyak sambuddhaya tadyathā, om sara 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 siri 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 siri, siraya dhamma 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 dhamma, dhuma 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 dhuma, dhumaya, namo nama, kanakamunaye, tathāgataya, arhate samyak sambuddhaya svaha. The Tathāgata Śākyamuni addressed the Bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, saying, Akashagarbha, whoever upholds this heart mantra and continuously recites it will not fear any weapon, nor will they die from fire, drowning, or lightning. They will be able to consume poisons as easily as food. They will not suffer an unnatural death or die due to a weak constitution. They will have a long life and be extremely prosperous. They will always be in the company of the Tathāgata and be blessed by him. If they recite the mantra at the 3 times of the day, they will purify all their karmic obscurations from previous lifetimes. If you want to cure another person's illness, perform a caste offering according to your means, fumigate the room with incense or aloes wood, and wash all the food. For leprosy, tumors, and a swollen liver, pick some fresh sweet flag, mix it with honey, incant it with the mantra 1008 times before an image of the blessed Buddha, and rub the mixture on the affected area. The leprosy will fully heal. For a fever that returns every 4 days, recite the mantra 1008 times over a garland of jasmine flowers before an image of the blessed Buddha. Tie it around the patient's head, and they will recover from the 4-day fever. If you recite the mantra in the ear of someone who has been struck with a weapon, they will be cured of their amnesia. For those who have been possessed by a kataputana, fumigate the patient with flowers that have been offered to the Buddha. That and all other such rituals may be performed with this heart mantra. Thus it is acceptable for any rite. Then the Tathāgata Kāśyapa hovered in the sky above them and proclaimed these root verses of the secret mantra in order to benefit all beings, to pacify all manner of illnesses, and exorcise all manner of spirits. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, om hara 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 hara, ha ha ha, nama kāśyasapaya, tathāgataya, arhate samyak sambuddhaya, siddhyamtu mantrapada svaha. The Tathāgata Kāśyapa addressed the Bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, saying, Akashagarbha, blessed Buddhas equal in number to the grains of sand in 32 Ganges rivers, have taught this heart mantra in the past. Now, Akashagarbha, you must preserve this heart mantra. You must master it. If someone who has received, recited, and mastered it recites it 3 times per day and 3 times per night, then, in brief, they will have a vision of the Tathāgata in their dreams and purify all their karmic obscurations except for any karma from their past lives. This mantra can be used for any rite. For illnesses such as leprosy and vitiligo, offer flowers to the Buddha and recite the mantra 1008 times over them before an image of the Buddha. After the patient has recited the mantra and bathed, they will recover. For a headache, one should place a flower offered to the Buddha before an image of the Buddha and recite the mantra before the image 1008 times. This mantra can be used in any ritual. Then the Blessed One, the Tathāgata Śākyamuni, hovered in the sky above them and spoke this vidyāmantra for the benefit of all beings. Namo buddhāya, namo dharmāya, nama saṅghāya, tadyathā, ghume ghume mahāghume, cale mahātale, cale mahācale, dhure mahādhure, tiri mahātiri, kili mahākili, curu mahācuru, mili mahāmili, tili mahātili, dhume mahādhume, cale mahācale, kiri mahākiri, Cili, cili, mahācili, svaha. The Tathāgata Śākyamuni addressed the Bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha, saying, Akashagarbha, to treat a headache, you should recite the mantra using your forefinger and the palm of your hand. You can disperse clouds using an incanted wand made of oleander wood. You can use incanted water to overcome poisoning. You can also perform any other rituals using the mantra. And you can include a bathing rite. It can be used for any rite in any context. After the Blessed One had said this, the Bodhisattva great being Akashagarbha was delighted and praised the Blessed One's words. This concludes the Noble Mahāyāna Sūtra, the 7 Buddhas.